psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for ramming speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Bone, your shoulder bone connected to your neck bone, your neck bone connected to your head bone. Now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take a base of action. Green group, skip across the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X. Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed, you all like this bit. I would love to bid on the set of that Bond movie when they filmed the end scene with Barbara Bach, right? And Roger Moore. I bet that. I mean, I didn't think Gogol and everything was on the same. Was on the same set, but man, he really carried that line, right? And she was pretty darn good too, may I say? Oh, and Barbara definitely one of the best Bond girls ever. I mean, very sexy, very very sexy. Like the character too. Agent Triple X. So I was just musing, right? I was musing the other day that we can't be far away from there being some kind of platform where you can make your own animated AI features, right? Which is something I would use the hell out of. It's got to be. It's like I could do it myself, on OpenArt right now. But it's like I'm not really there yet. I can pretty much get there. I mean, if I did like a short, then I'll learn how to do it. Oh god, I'm not talking myself into that. It's a bad idea, right? But no, there's got to be some kind of platform that'll just make it for you. You can storyboard it out, as it were, right? And I was just thinking, wow, there's going to be so much content there. I was thinking, if I started doing a ton of different content, I'll basically make my own 2000 AD, right? So this is where my head was thinking, my own 2000. And I thought, if I did my own 2000 AD, you need your own Judge Dredd. I'm like, well, you're not going to get your own Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is like lightning in a bottle, and it really is. It was that Carlos Esquiva. How do you want to pronounce it? The original design of the costume, then refined for about 2 years later. The original Judge Dredd costume was much more 70s, right? But then it got refined pretty darn quickly, actually. I'm not sure when it was, but by Prog 100, it had its definitive look. So that's one thing. That's one very important aspect. Well, in terms of a character, I came up with one really quickly. Now, what is it we love about Judge Dredd, right? Judge Dredd. I think his stoicism. That's really one of the great. His non-changing stoicism. Well, he's changed a little bit, but I'm not really a fan of that. But his non-changing stoicism, right? And is very tough, and how he puts the part of the law is part of his soul, right? And he's a big badass, right? And then you got the incredible world building of Mega City 1. Right, so they're the elements that make Judge Dredd so incredibly appealing. Apart from the incredible design, right? The design is in a category of its own, right? And without that design, I don't think Judge Dredd will still be here. So I'm like, well, what would this character be then? That it wouldn't be obviously a clone of Judge Dredd. It can't be a member of a police force. So I thought, well, maybe they in a post-apocalyptic, like after Earth has been destroyed, right, or rendered uninhabitable. More, there's different colonies of man living out amongst the aliens in the galaxy, right? And we have so the character lives with one of those colonies. He's an ex kind of like military. There's some kind of like Knights of Alicia kind of thing, right? Military, like high-ranking special order thing, from the past, where they had this incredibly rigid code, code of conduct. And now he could be like a gun for hire. And I thought, well, that'd be the name. Gun would be his name, Gunn for hire, right? So I can see him often being hired by the local alien police force to look into human murders, right? Oh, human crimes. So you have him doing detective stuff, or you could have him do like bounty hunter stuff, like tracking someone down. Right, you could, and then you could, then you got the whole world building of the alien society where there are human colonies within it. And then you got like his Paladin order that he was. So I'm like basically you had all everything you needed for that character right there, right? And then it's the design, right? At that point, it's design. How would you design it? I know. Honestly, I think something like Cad Bane, right? Oh man, Cad Bane was a great design. Tragically wasted. Oh, tragically wasted in the Book of Boba Fett. Cad Bane was a great character. Apparently Dave Filoni is taking over Star Wars. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? It's like Pete Matee taking over Doctor Who. Maybe this time he won't beat me. I don't know. It was a good thing. Anyway, happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. I have a lot of wacky stuff to show you. Let me put all the Minnesota stuff together because that's just cray. That is just cray. What's it? Is this? No, that's a funny thing. 1 second. That's also a funny thing. Wait. What's the other one? Ilhan Omar. Okay, there you go. These three together. That's great. You fold. Shall we start with that? Let's start with this though. This woman is. Her name is Anis Folliqueur, and she's Sydney Sweeney of French Farming, I believe. Right? She's a young, hot French farmer. So I'm like, well, okay then. Let's see who Anis Folliqueur is.
Du coup, j'ai 26 ans, je suis Montpelliéraine de cœur et aujourd'hui.
Right, she's very hot. Oh my God, she's very sexy. Right? And then, I guess she does farming stuff.
Je suis installée avec mon compagnon dans la Loire. On a une exploitation de 250 poules pondeuses, 80 chèvres et une centaine de bovins. On transforme la totalité de notre production sur la ferme. On a repris la ferme des parents de mon compagnon. Une installation progressive qui est en train de se faire.
Lancée en 2014.
De parler de mon métier et d'expliquer aux gens ce qu'on est en train de faire. Nos produits.
Is she wearing makeup or is she like naturally just gorgeous? I think she might not be wearing makeup. Really? She can't be that gorgeous. I don't believe it. I don't know.
Les contrôles, on essaye de montrer aux gens qu'il faut consommer local, français. Alors je prétends pas.
I know, but I like French milk now. It's a whole lot better. I found a tractor sexy, but yeah. Alright, so that's who that is. Anis. What's her name again?
Salut, moi c'est Anaïs, du coup j'ai.
Yeah, Anis Folliqueur. Okay, you are indeed the Sydney Sweeney of French farming, right? That's why. That was just weird. Okay, that was just weird. That was just weird. Not as weird as this. Actual footage of Trump capturing Maduro, right? Actual footage of it. Check this out.
Tengo que ser siempre el mejor
porque nadie más atraparlos mil pruebas.
Yeah, again, that's why nobody watched Saturday Night Live. You get it yourself by AI, baby. What else we got? Oh, this is wild, right? Oh, let's do that after the after the Minnesota stuff. I mean, Minnesota stuff is insane, right? It's just attracted all the crazes. One second.
Into it with people who, frankly.
Okay, so I mean, again, that woman looks crazy. So what's going on is this: in Minnesota, it turned out you had all these like very, very, very clearly fraudulent daycare centers, right, fronted by these very, very clearly gangster-like Somalians, right? All of them like deeply, deeply dodgy, obviously dodgy, right? It's bizarre, right? So that was what's the name? Nick Shirley, right? Was the YouTube journalist that brought it to attention, right? So then it attracted crazy people who wanted to protect these Somali gangsters, ripping off the United States to the tune of billions a year. Like billions, right? Which actually most of that money get funded back to the Democratic Party, I believe. Fine. So then a crazy woman, a crazy couple of women wanted to make a viral video. So they filmed the other one in the car. Now this woman has had 3 children, I believe. 2 of them removed from her because she's a batshit. Not this woman, but the woman in question. She was ordered to stop and she refused. Ordered to get the car, she refused, and then she turned her car to face an ICE agent, started revving the engine, right, and floored it. Because the ice was there, the wheels spanned, so she wasn't. She didn't want to run over the ICE agent, who then shot her, right. So they've tried their utmost best, right? Their utmost best to turn this woman to George Floyd too. Morons like this believe it, but you just gotta be insane, right? It's crazy. I mean, you can clearly see it. But if you hate Trump, yeah, that's what you believe, right? Because it doesn't matter what you say, you just hate Trump. So so now there's been all these protests about how awful ICE is for not themselves be run over, filled out by these crazy people.
Hate what's happening to it with people who, frankly, aren't from here coming in and telling us who should be here. And when it comes down to loving my neighbor, I'm just going to love my.
What you mean, like the federal government? Again, these people, they hate democracy. They just hate democracy. You lost the election. It was about mass deportations. Right, this wasn't a hidden agenda item. This was what it was all about. Donald Trump was primarily elected to get rid of all the bloody illegal aliens. Right, I'm sorry, that's not what you voted for. Right, you don't get to stop the fucking election. And is this woman holding a child?
Neighbor, so
you have a little peanut with you.
I do. This is Lola.
And why was it important for you to bring her?
Because I'm a crazy fucking woman who doesn't give a shit.
Just to feel the energy of love and community and to
and hate and murderous rage.
Show people that I'm not going to let someone else intimidate me to live in a city that doesn't represent what I want it to represent. I want to be able to bring her.
Okay, so you have to leave the country then, because the country has chosen this.
In a place where people are saying we love our neighbors.
Okay, how about going to Gaza and see how much they love their neighbors there? They'll love you, baby. Oh, they'll love you over and over again. For love, maybe we'll think of a different word. Sounds more like grape.
Minnesota I grew up here. It's known as a very welcoming place. Can you believe your eyes? Can you believe what you're seeing happening on the street?
I mean, no, and also I have to, because if I don't believe it, I'm not going to take action, and I think it's important to stand up.
You believe nonsense, darling.
For what's right and show up the way that I would want someone to show up for me.
That's amazing. And what's your name?
I'm Molly.
Molly. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
I'm Molly, and I'm crazy.
I hope you make it back. Thanks.
There's a lot of crazy people. Imagine being on this date, right? This is like, I would just find this fascinating, right? The first date. This is a nightmare, and the woman filmed it because she thought he was bad.
Nick Shirley. Do I support Nick Shirley? I mean, yeah, he exposed.
He's the YouTuber who exposed everything.
Fraud in Minnesota. I mean,
he broke into those businesses and he's pushing a false agenda.
He didn't break into businesses, and the agenda is completely honest.
I think he's pushing a false agenda.
Yeah.
You actually think that they didn't even spell the name right? They said Quality Leering Center.
He's literally pretending to be a reporter, and he's not.
Out of it, pretending to be a reporter. He's a reporter. It's called a citizen journalist.
He kind of is a reporter.
No, yeah.
He's a YouTuber, yeah, but he happens to also be a reporter. He's better than most reporters.
It's literally racist. He was only targeting them because they're Somalians.
He's literally racist. Only targeting because they're Somalians. Why do you think that?
How's that? He spotted fraud. Fraud is fraud. Would you agree?
This isn't fraud.
That is fraud.
No, it's not.
If you're getting money and you don't have to.
If you're getting money from the government to run a daycare center and you don't run a daycare center, that's fraud.
Legit daycare center, that is fraud.
Okay, but I'm sure they have like really good reasons, and they probably used it for good things. Who's here to say immigrate here?
They used it to buy like chrome heart glasses or whatever. It's all for nice cars. They're not using it for kids.
We'll come in like again. There's so many crazy people. All of them sound a little bit female. Nah, not men as well. But speaking of crazy women,
saying that he has 10 years on service and is trained, he should know that you shouldn't be trying to get in front of a moving car. And
I can't wait for them to deport her. Oh, what a happy day that will be. He didn't get in front of a moving car. She turned the car to point to him. There's too much crazy, right? There's too much crazy. No, I forgot we got that. Hang on. Where we got? But on the upside, though, things are right in the world. We see how beloved Keir Starmer is, right? Keir Starmer. This is why he always goes out in public, because everybody just loves him. Oh, they love him so much. They are Palestinian flags, they're waving, aren't they? I mean, like, even the Palestinians have a function in the world. The weird Palestinian supporters going after Keir Starmer. Can't argue with them. But of course, everybody loves Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk, I'm on X, baby. Elon, give me a boost, baby. Give me a boost. You know you want it. Iran is very happy with Elon Musk.
For Elon Musk, on behalf of the Iranian people. First of all, I want to personally thank you for everything that you've done. While the rest of the world looked away, your kindness and generosity will not be forgotten. This is also for anybody else who can...
I heard they were trying to turn off Twitter. I believe England, Australia and Canada are trying to do the same thing.
Facilitate getting Starlink or internet access into Iran. When the regime shuts the internet down, when Iran goes dark, it isn't because they don't want you to see the protesters. It's because they don't want you to see them. They don't want you to see what the regime is about to do in the dark. And what it's about to do is commit a deadly massacre.
Yeah, I'm not sure England's going to commit deadly massacre. Maybe they will.
It is about to disappear protesters into mass graves. They know that they can't do that while the world is watching. They know that they will face consequences from the international community who have already promised intervention. So long as people have access to the internet, that serves as a chilling effect, preventing the regime from committing the massacre it is frothing at the mouth to commit. For that reason, Internet access isn't just about journalism, it is life-saving. And I humbly ask that you do everything in your power to help save the lives of young Iranians who are protesting just for the same freedoms and privileges that we are so fortunate to enjoy. Thank you.
I guess she was English then. I guess she was English. We got that. Fine. Good looking lady though she is. We have to move on. There is a trailer for Malcolm in the Middle, which I've been wanting to get to for ages. Now, I like Malcolm in the Middle. I thought that was a good show, right? I thought that it was consistently good. Well written. I mean, I think, what's his name? Freddie, whatever his name is, looked a bit weird. Now he's grew up. But let's have a look at the trailer.
My life is fantastic now. All I had to do is...
I mean, he looks a bit more normal.
Fantastic now. All I had to do is stay away from my family.
Malcolm has been intentionally hiding himself from this family for years.
Blimey, she's aged. There's Walter White in it?
For years.
I compare...
1 second. Okay, wait. Yeah, that's the original actor for the older son who married a... like an Indian, an Inuit, I can't remember.
By comparison, Reese looks pretty good.
You can't spend the rest of your life hiding and denying your family even exists.
Worked perfectly until they showed up.
When does this start? I'm kind of into this. April 10th. It's a long way away. It's long, but it looks like they got a new guy playing Dewey, I believe. Jenkins Merrick. I think that's who was in the original series. I think. Okay. He still looks a bit weird. I don't know what to tell you. Also, this has been getting all kinds of shit. Did this download yet? The Death of Robin Hood, starring Hugh Jackman, Jodie Comer, and Bill Skarsgård. I like Bill Skarsgård in pretty much everything I see him in. Right? So I think it's been ripped apart since they released the trailer. Let's have a look.
Would you like to know a secret? People speak of Robin Hood, tell his stories. They're all lies. He was not a hero. You were a murderous brigand. We were monsters. I am the outlaw. Robin Hood.
This was pretty good to me. I don't know why it's getting roasted. Okay, I think you just lost me there.
I owe you an apology. You begged for me to let you die. What's your name?
Can you make for me?
Want me to make you a bowl? All right.
It doesn't look like a bad movie. It looks like an interesting movie. It doesn't look like, a Robin Hood movie.
What happened to her?
Terrible things. I help those who come to this island. And people change their course.
I've killed so many I could not give you a count. It's a curse.
Again, why is everybody shitting on this? I'm like really intrigued by this movie. I got the same kind of vibe as like Dances with Wolves, right? It's really interesting.
There are bad people out there. I fear our blood debts will follow her. keep you safe. I will keep you safe.
I probably wouldn't go to cinema for it, but I can't think of anything I'm going to go to cinema for this year. Right? Doesn't look like a good year. That looks okay. I think people are shitting on it unfairly. Yeah. I'll say shitting on it unfairly. What are we up to? Gotta go over here. Drink. Let's pull up the thumbnail. I forgot what we're even talking about tonight. Oh, a bit of Clara action. Yes, we're very happy with this Clara. Peter Capaldi explains where Doctor Who went wrong. When they fired me. Yes, that is where Peter Capaldi, that's where I went wrong. Right? Get ready to be schooled by the Capaldi era. Oh, Clara, I'm so ready, darling. You have no idea. Yes. And believe me, if teachers look like that, I would have learned my times table. I would have done, right? Yeah. It's all about incentive, right? Star Trek Starfleet Academy is coming. I know. Just why? Why do they want to do that? Why? I'll tell you, I had so much editor on Friday. I've got to tell you this whole story. You might notice I didn't put out anything on Friday or Saturday, right? That's because on Friday, right? Friday is the Sabbath comes in around 4:30 this time of year. It's getting a little bit later, thank God, right? It was only me and my wife and my daughter. However, bit of a tense situation in the Rabbi household right now. There's 3 people living here. 2 of them are at war. Right? Well, not really. One's at war with the other, and the other one is just like, please, just leave me alone. Let's all be nice to each other, right? But oy vey, it's a bit tense. It's a bit tense. It's a bit tense for everybody. I know it is early. I would call it intense. But anyway. So I go out with my wife. She needs new tires for a car, and because we got this Chinese EV, which is actually quite a good little car. I'm very happy with it. You couldn't get tires anywhere, right? The local place said, "Oh no, there's no tires in all of Israel for that car." I'm like, really? But they're gonna explode and we'll die. Try us on Tuesday. So we got back to no, still no tires. We end up calling the dealership, which is really where we should have started, right? And they gave us the number somewhere in Tel Aviv. They had tires, fine. So we left 9-ish in the morning to go get the tires. And then again, because it's handy us, we thought there are places that make food for Shabbat, like a buffet, right? So we'll go there, and then we'll go out and get some breakfast, get some brunch. A bit of a lazy Sunday morning, Friday, right? And it was pretty nice. We did that. By the time we got back, though, it started to pour with rain, right? And then when it really pours with rain, the electric goes out always. But this time the electric went out for the whole town. And this was about 3:00. So that's when I just started editing my videos together for Friday night and Saturday, right? And then the power didn't come back on to about at 2 hours after Sabbath started. So I wasn't able to do anything else. Oh man, it was a real nightmare. It gave me agita, ladies and gentlemen. But fortunately, we have a very good Clara here who can, again, I'll learn whatever you want, Clara. Absolutely. I'll pass any exam to get to that. Scott John played Two-Face. Fuck off, Scarlet. Yes. Scarlet. Fuck off, Scarlet. I mean, really? Jew to Jew. Fuck off, Scarlet. Leave me alone. I'll put some fucking makeup on again. Oh, grow your hair out. Look pretty. Right? There's no law against being pretty. OG is here. OG says, even I wonder why they wouldn't scar Jo in the DC as she's already made a name in Marvel. I don't think they give a shit. And it's not even DC. Right? This is the Matt Reeves Batman universe. I'm less just leave that. Why make more of them? That first one was shit. And it really genuinely was, right? That's probably why they want her. Yeah, says Archie Collins. He's absolutely correct there. Lonnie is here. How you doing, Lonnie? I could ask my wife if we got a notice yet. Right? I wonder what's going on. Where are we up to? John the Cox. I knew I missed somebody. There you go. Where are we up to? And Outrageous hasn't yet kicked me for shitless advertising. We are doing a sci-fi tournament of sci-fi themes tonight. Part 1. Well, I'm intrigued to see who's in the tournament. Right. Darren Evans, how are you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. A stream doesn't start till you refresh the page. That's a pain in the ass, really. Okay. Trump ketchup. And I is full Koué is I would pronounce it. Oh, that's the hot French woman. I don't really care. Crazy eyes. SSR Bar Burger's got crazy eyes. So not talking about the French woman there. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. Love Thy Neighbor, like Charlie Kirk. No, they hated him. People aren't from here. You mean like Somalis? No, they're from here now. These people are mental. Don't they have any sense of self-worth? No, they don't. They literally have none. I saw Tharis is getting his ass handed to him on X right now because it would start up with Dad. What a little twat he is, Tharis. Because that man at home to look after her. I guess the baby we're talking about. This is why young gents don't date anymore. Yeah, stay away from that. If she didn't break the law, she would be alive. She wasn't stupid. She broke the law over and over again and was so. But again, it amazes me. There's another YouTuber who I really like, right? I'm not going to say his name, but he doesn't like Trump, right? So he watched the video and said, "Well, clearly there was no reason to kill her." All right, I get it. We're living in parallel realities. Archie Collins says quite rightly, when an armed law enforcement officer tells you to stop and get out of the vehicle, stop and get out of the vehicle. Yeah, well, they don't know that. They're Karens. They're completely entitled. Stephen Braddock is here. How you doing, Stephen Braddock? Peter, did I say how did you? But I thought they were friends of Keir. Well, they were until he I don't know, didn't round up the Jews. It's getting worse in the UK. Starmer is teaming up with Canada and Australia to ban X. Yeah, I heard that. That'll be. At that point, come on, you're done, right? I got to watch Garbage's AI Knight Rider 10-minute short story, Sydney Sweet. Okay, fine. Let me try this then. We go. Is it Knight Rider or with a K or not? We'll do Garbage AI Knight Rider. Sydney Sweeney. Okay, it's 10 minutes long. Blimey. We're not going to watch the whole thing. It depends how hot it is, but I doubt we're going to watch the whole thing. Right? We'll find out. Oh, it's downloading. Thinking about it. Downloading 2 copies for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's check this thing out. Video file. Downloads. See, the reason I prefer animated to live action AI, you can tell this is AI. I think this looks like the French Farmer to me.
Okay, I am here.
That's the other with AI, right? The sound is it doesn't sound like it was from the middle distance. It all sounds it's flat, right? Car, isn't that the anti-kit? Like Night Automated Roving Ranger or something like that. I thought it was like the bad kit, wasn't it?
Door is unlocked. You may enter. Hello, Michelle Knight. I am Carl.
Carl was a more interesting character than Kit. Let's see it. We got all that correct.
Light Rider, a solitary flight into the dangerous world of a woman who does not exist.
I kind of like the idea it centers around Car instead of Kit.
Michelle Knight, a young loner on a crusade.
What's that about? Okay, we got
helpless, the powerless, in the world of criminals who operate above the law.
So that was a pretty hot Sydney Sweeney there.
Good.
You've been doing your homework. Very good. What are you doing?
Okay, we can't watch the whole thing. Okay, I'm vaguely interested. That's as far as I can go. Vaguely interested. Much more interested in Clara here. I think Braddock. I did watch it. It was okay. I was going to give Malcolm in the middle a go. Absolutely. Garbage what? Who AI? We're living in a backwards world. We are living in a backwards world. Right? Wrong sort of both for starters. Again, I don't really give a shit. Right? It's so Garbage, did you make that? Is Garbage Who AI the white guy who made it? It's fun. It is fun. Right? I can't watch the whole thing now, but it's like your choice of premise is very good. And again, I like Car as the main character. Oh, so thirsty. Where am I up to? Yeah, where am I up to? Iran said it won't send the students to English university anymore because they radicalized them. I remember I saw that this morning. I know. The thing is probably about the right English. About I think it's part of the complaints from the post who's saying everything was garbage. Again, look, I mean, we had Errol Flynn. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Errol Flynn play Robin Hood. You're right. You know, it wasn't really. Robin Hood isn't renowned for its historical accuracy, right? Again, if you're going to tell like a grungy Wicker Man type story, I think I'm okay with it, right? I think it was a lie, not a good start. Oh, okay. Star Wars Sheriff of Nottingham. I don't know. He'll be too boring. You know, one of my favorite Sheriff of Nottinghams was the Jonas Armstrong one, right? He was actually pretty good. Yeah, it was kind of nuts. It was nuts. What were we up to? Don't it. Oh man, just as I was going on, right? I saw you sent me a message, right? Literally just as you went, I was like, I can't listen to it now. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you to remind me to listen to it. Okay, there we go. Archie Collins says. It was that post that woman killed in Minnesota was murdered by an insane ideology. Somebody spouting an insane ideology, I think. Same happened in London with a known gangster. They tried to prosecute the armed officers because of the color of suspect skin. I know, it's out of control. I heard this thing on the Lotus Eaters earlier today that a guy in charge of a police station, like a head constable or something, whatever he's called. He was really an overachiever, but his career was killed when he had this idea of putting up in his local town the 50 most prolific criminals, right? Just put them all up on the notice on the board wherever he goes, and then they just get used to seeing their names and faces, so they just get used to them being aware of them. I thought it was a very clever idea. Then the chief constable comes in, and he sees a bunch of like 50 black people on the whiteboard, And he's like, but what's this? This is just racist. You've got to take them down right now. Right now. I got a Midjourney Doctor Who, I think, did a great robot. What was it? You garbage who AI? Somebody did a great AI robot. We'll look at it in a second. I own 3 Knight Riders, says Dr. Alex. Well, you had a bit of a fleet going, right? You can you post a link to the it'll post above, right? My final Knight Rider car I get is I do miss it. Okay. I think Brother Ron Hollywood only seems to be able to deconstruct historical male figures that have been tainted. Tend to expect. You know, it's a fair point you're making. That actually, you do make a very good point. It's kind of boring at this point, right? I think Thomas should be something. He is the sheriff of Nottingham. Well, that's a frightening reality. Post I was thinking of it was actually blaming the left ideology for her death. Consequences are her own actions. Well, they are. What are we up to? Everyone's checking out Dr. Alex's Knight Rider. Do you mean the giant robot? Yes. Tom Baker preview video. Let me see if I can pull that up. That was very cool. Hang on. Was it Midjourney? I think. We'll look there first, right? He also reposted. Goes, oh man, this is awesome. This is crazy. I really love this type of AI. I mean, I got a lot of stuff actually to pull up there. Jules Cairns is another AI artist I've recently started following. Right? Honestly, I just love this stuff. Hang on. Oh man, there's a lot of good stuff I'm grabbing right now. Very cool Joe Grant there. Okay, we'll look at this website, this Twitter account in more detail in a second. Oh, what's that? Sorry, we'll go over here. There. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I will return to you in a second. Go to. Okay, fine. Wait, where's that? Okay, Clara. Thank you. You did very well. You did very. Your second was black. Well, don't. Don't. What's the word I'm thinking of? Don't post. There we go. Is this a Happy Saturday? I think it is. Oh, this is just awesome. Yes. This is just the way to do new AI, right? I mean, it really, really is. It's crazy how good this stuff is. Hang on. You know, here's what we'll do. We'll just share the screen. Let's do this first, and we'll share the screen. That's the easiest way around. Hang on. Oh my God. Now I've got to move this over here. Oh, my life's a living hell, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Oh, I'm cracked. Well, we're up to share screen. Is this the one I wanted to share? I think so. There you go. Right, now I've lost the screen. I'm trying to share. There you go. George Kins, I think. Right? Look at that. Lovely. I mean, it's just really, really lovely. We'll go back and look at more of his stuff in a minute. What do you say? I noticed an increase in Dalek patrols this morning. Very what's it called again? Genesis of the Dalek vibe. Right? Good stuff there. Good stuff. Oh, look at this Leela action. That's awesome. Was there ever a Big Finish Leela Sideman story? Man, that's really cool. That's David Larkin doing. Remember, if they're cold, they're cold. I'm assuming this is a way out. Man, that was beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, this I saw another Star Trek one earlier. What's that? Cinema V5. We added again. I want animation because I don't really believe in the what's it called again? What's this? Given this isn't just fan work, honestly, it blew me away. The official concept renders Daleks attack. Oh wait, was this what the Moffat Daleks were supposed to do? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that Matt Kynes or Carnes, however we pronounce his name. Feed. There you go, George. I mean, isn't that great? I mean, it really is, right? Oh, man. And you can animate that. There's just so much potential with AI. Look at this Joe Grant action. I'm just finding that very sexy. I don't want to say why, but I just am. So he's saying, by my Dalek patrol, some coasters, even Jigsaw, support me a red bubble. I would agree with that. Support him a red bubble. Bit of Fendel action. I am the master and you will obey me. By the way, that essentially got me to buy the new Big Finish set. I haven't bought it yet. Right? Again, this is lovely. It's for I don't understand people's hatred of AI. Leela versus Leela, due to a time fracture, she gets into a fight with them on a slightly earlier timeline. I prefer it if it was a, Robo Leela. The bigger they are, man, that's a good pick. That really is. Man, he's really channeling Leela. Yeah, this is what I saw. I love this one. It really does work. He's very good at making Leela sexy. I do kind of like the updated Robots of Death. No, yeah, it doesn't really look like Louise Jameson. But you know what? We can let it go. Okay. Yeah, these ones look more Lou Jameson. A bit of Fendo action. Oh, his Polly's good. Not Polly, Zoe. Right? His Zoe's good. It looks like bad news there. New adventures for Zoe. I think we should look at this in more detail. Okay, this looks real. Right? This looks totally convincing. It really works, doesn't it? And then the crossover we always wanted but never got. Yes, if only. Nice Robots of Death clock he's got going on his red bubble. Oh, these are excellent. Bit of Pyramids of Mars action. Yeah, I'm like, if there's any special effects I don't like, I'm just doing my own at this point. right? I really think I can make my own terminus and like just replace the Garn. I don't think I can do that for Delta and the Bannerman. Yeah, there's just too much to replace. This looks more like a jigsaw that was never produced, right? Of course, modern darts will just go through the military like a knife through butter. Woolworths and Wimpy, it's the 70s, baby. Yeah, it's the 70s. I wish he had more information about what engine he's using. Who's that? Brigadier Sarah Jane Smith? Yeah, the sort of face-off we always wanted to see. I thought the one they had in, was it Doomsday, was very, very disappointing. Right? Sarah Jane Smith. That's a lovely piece. Right, I can't tell this is real. Here's a studio rehearsal shot. It is real. And this is awesome. I'm sorry for going down this rabbit hole, but this really is awesome. You got the demon there. Again, another. Was it? It's got a very Ambassador Death feel in this one, right? Another great crossover. If only it happened. Check with the rings. 5 rounds rapid. So this is a fake rehearsal and actual take. Yeah, this is a fun account to follow. That's really good. That is really, really good. Yeah, that reminds here. I think we go to Big Finish. They convinced me to buy something, and I'm like, really? I can't believe you convinced me to buy something, but they did. Right? They outfoxed me. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Video file. 1 second. What's this one? New Adventures of Zoe. Oh, wait, first, let's see what this is. Is this what the Capaldi Daleks are supposed to do? The Teletubby Daleks? No idea. It looks like it. I wish they did do that. They were supposed to, deliver stuff out their humpback, right? And they just never did. A New Adventure of Zoe. I'm always up for that. Was this Prison in Space? That's pretty damn cool. Okay, that's pretty damn cool. Video file. What's this one? I've always found I always found Mums and Pyramids of Mars a bit naff. I really have. But you know what? I really want to use AI to try and add in more Cybermen in Capaldi's final one, right? Because that's really it really needed that. And robots. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Here. This is the strangest way they convinced me to get something. Hold on, they got a sale on. Let's check out the sale. What are they selling? I don't know. $26.81 seems quite pricey to me. Right? It just does. Yeah, no, these all just seem way too expensive. Like, you're knocking a couple of bucks off. They go on forever. They're too long, right? They're too long. I think is the Scourge of Cyberman. I have that one. And again, the trouble is they just go on too long. $20 is too much as well. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. No. Is this one they convinced me to get? I think they did. Is this the one with John Culture in it or not? No. Okay, this is not the one I was thinking of. No, it's for next month. Here's what they convinced me to buy. There you go. The Companion Chronicles, Legacy of Time. Now, one second. Legacy. This was a big multi-disc release, wasn't it? Hang on 1 second. I'll go over here. It wasn't the good one. They had a really good one, and then Legacy of Death. No, Legacy of Time. Right. Here we go. So yeah, this was from this was shortly after. It's about a few years after the 50th anniversary, right? And they wanted to do a giant mashup with everybody. And then at the end, I believe, what was it? David Tennant walks in with the first and second Doctors, or something along those lines, right? He has a cameo, right, at the end. It's like all the Doctors have to come together. Like, wow, let's read the blurb, right? Let's read the blurb. And it won't make sense. Well, an epic six-part adventure saying 20 years of Doctor Big Finish. That's what it was. The time is collapsing. Incidents of chaos are devastating. Chaos devastation are appearing throughout the lives of one Time Lord and his many friends. All fall out from one terrible disaster, from Earth's past and present, to the timeless alien worlds, to the cloisters of Gallifrey, to the vortex itself. The Doctor must save the universal history. One sec. Did they have David Tennant in there? I think they did. So Group Captain Wilmore, Romana, Jennifer. Okay, if Georgia Tennant in it, I reckon David Tennant must be in it somewhere. Tom Baker, there was Tim Trelaw. So you got the third. Tom Baker. Yeah, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, and eighth Doctor. And I think this is one where you got it. Yeah. So during this time, there's like you didn't see what's happening with the first and second Doctor during the story. I remember this one being quite good, right? I do remember this one being quite good. Let's download the trailer. There you go. Hang on. Doink. I mean, it's still too expensive for what it is now. There we go. Doink.
Let's get on with this, shall we?
Navigational coordinates reprogrammed.
Temporal buffers online. We're clear for vortex access.
Power levels at maximum. Force fields up.
Dimensional stabilizers engaged.
I can't call the Brigadier, Doctor, because, well, I'm not the Joe you think I am.
Osgood, just hold tight.
Yes, okay. Signal's failing. Please be careful, darling. I'll try.
This is the very first time, hand on heart, that I can say I wish I had never set foot out of a TARDIS.
We are surrounded by the dead, and you joke.
I'm worried.
He'll destroy the universe!
Yes, a pity that. I rather liked it.
Remember to ease off the clutch gently when you're phasing. Don't touch the gearing.
Oh, I was expecting something else.
It just really annoys me that they won't use AI for these tracks. I mean, it's absolutely insane. because their mental fan base they curated hate AI, right? They're just mental. I don't get it.
Time machine.
The TARDIS is a time machine.
There's a temporal disaster. Massive ball of tiny wormy stuff exploding, and you're right. When it hits, it'll tear this cruiser apart. We still need to get out of its way.
We agree on that.
This instrument detects trans-temporal disruption.
Trans-temporal disruption?
Time is not behaving as it should.
The anomaly seems to be drawing the 2 years towards each other.
In space-time terms, the 60s are being
I got to go have a re-listen to this before the next one comes out.
dragged towards the 70s.
Something's wrong with time.
Very much so. What happens next?
You know what I said when the war started? I said, I'm the Doctor, and I am not playing, not by your rules.
Professor Bernie Summerfield.
Professor Riversong. What kept you?
Dematerializing. Best of luck, everyone.
So yeah, I remember that being quite good. They got carried away with the packaging. They got carried away because they did this. They started these things with this 50th anniversary. What was it? Classic special releases. Sorry, I'm so not interested in Cyrus of Time. See, this special release, the Sontarans versus Rutan, should have been a box set. This is excellent. Terror of the Master. Fucking awesome. I absolutely adore that, which is what we're going to get into in a minute. So yeah, so they did this one back in 2018. They did another one. This is the 20th anniversary, the 50th anniversary one. Light at the End, which was really good, right? It's really genuinely good. There was another one, but it's not classified as a Doctor Who release. Well, this four-parter, I have to tell you, Sontarans versus Rutons was really good. That really was excellent. I've got it. Anyway, so this is coming out, and I wasn't sure I was going to get it. It's a companion chronicles telling you what's happening in the first and second Doctors in that era, right? And I saw it had Eleanor Crooks in it, who was just this insufferable, not insufferable, she's a companion that they had paired up with Harry Sullivan, played by Christopher Naylor, right? And look, she's just not a very strong actor, right? That's really the bottom line. She's just not a very strong actor. So these two companion chronicles tie into that giant one, right? I think 1876. Again, I'm paying for it though. By Barbara Hambley. Never heard of her before. When a Welsh village is destroyed by a sea monster, unit is on the case, and a mysterious serum spreads amongst the soldiers. With the appearance of the Doctor is Doctor Who is too young to know who he is. The Brigadier has to chase down the Master as he makes a play for the conquest of the Skycracker. Okay, and the Heartless to be by Simon Guerrier. Okay, who's Barbara Hambley? Okay, that's really my question. Barbara, have you written anything before? And are you crazy? Okay, so this is your first writing thing. Let's look you up on X. Are you a crazy, crazy bint? Barbara Hambley. Let's see if we can find it. A writer of fantasy and historic whodunits. Okay, so Barbara, darling, you're looking like you might be crazy, but you look like a professional writer as well. And she hasn't posted since 2013. Okay, I don't think it's that Barbara Handley. Right? I'm not sure. Barbara Handley. Shall we do Barbara Handley Doctor Who? I guess not. There's no nobody knows. Okay, let's do. We'll just Google Barbara Hambly Doctor Who. See what she must have been doing something somewhere. Right, it's a prolific scientist, is also known in Doctor Universe for writing Big Finish story productions, notably Legacy of Time, a major release that came together. No. The 2024, she wrote. In 2024, she co-wrote a significant audio venture, which marked the 20th. Okay, this is all wrong. Okay, this was in 2018. I was literally there. Okay. Shooting for She-Ra. Okay, she. Oh, it looks like it was the same person. Okay, let's look at her Facebook feed. Is she bonkers? Is it Trump, ah, Trump? Okay, no. Thank God. Okay, fine. So I guess she's like a well-known professional writer. That sounds good. Simon Gurr is always a good bet, right? Heartless Sea by Simon Gurrier. As Harry and Naomi investigate the apparently haunted Warehouse 9, they come across someone who they didn't expect to meet, the Doctor, but one who hasn't met them yet. And soon after, they find themselves dealing with the wrath of the most furious sea there's ever been. Okay, so I have to again, I've got to list the main one, right? But here's what, honestly, you know what swayed me? I wasn't sure I was going to get this. Then I looked at the cast. It's Stephen Noonan and Michael Troughton. I like their Doctors very much, right? I really, again, they're qualitatively different from the original, but I feel they're legitimate performances, right? Emma Crooks, Naomi Cross, Jonathan Gould as Margaret Pennage and Skycracker, Christopher Naylor, Harry Sullivan. But then John Colesher as Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. But here's the one that swayed me. John Colesher playing the Master. I am the Master, and you will obey me. His Master's great, and I wish they would do more Anthony Ainley Master. They're just so fantastic, right? That honestly, that's what swayed me. Not anything that having John Colesher play the Master, who he's very good at that, right? Very, very, very good at that. Let's have a quick look at the news over here, then we'll go to other stuff. Yeah, Big Finish have worked out what I was telling them for fucking years. Sell them as box sets, you fucking morons. And do this for the entire range. Right? Do this for your entire range. The entire like monthly adventure range. Right? So what's this coming out? A digital collection due on January 22nd, 2026. So what stories are in this? This is like Storm Warning by Alan Butts. Okay, so this was back from 2002, I think, when Doctor Who first came back. And this was an incredibly exciting time, right? This was an incredibly exciting time in Doctor Who. When was it? 2001, right? This was an incredibly exciting time because Big Finish has been around for a few years. This is only their 16th release, right? Their monthly release. And they got Paul McGann. So now they were moving forward. They were creating Doctor Who, right? They were creating current Doctor Who. And it really fits into it feels very, very contemporary. And they actually produce it by season. So in the first thing, is Storm Warning, which is a superior 1930 airship R101 story introducing Charlotte Pollard and the basically setting up the template for this new era of Doctor Who, right? Sadly, front era. Sword Orion is a bit of a failure. Sadly, it was a very good fan audio they adapted to me. Now, when I say fan audio, the Big Finish came from a fan group called Audio Visuals. And Sword Orion, and with Nick Briggs playing the Doctor. Sword Orion was one of their best releases. That and Planet of Lies, right? Which was a Dalek story. But when they adapted this for Paul McGann, it just didn't really work, sadly, right? It wasn't as strong as the original version. Stones of Venice, excellent. excellent, right? It's got what's the name? Michael Sheridan as the Duke of Venice, as Venice in the future sinks beneath the waves. It's beautiful. Minuet Hell is that's Doctor Who trying to do Buffy the Vampire Slayer with terrible accents, right? Terrible accents. Nice cover though. Who did the cover? I mean, like this whole thing. But this is what they should be doing with their entire range, right? Look, this is just $12. Oh, even though they got one story in it which is really kind of cringe, which is Minuet Hell. $12 or £12. This is worth the money. If you haven't got it, it's honestly it's worth it for Stones of Venice and Storm Warning. To be honest, you saw it's not bad. Minuet Hell. Those accents are terrible. Those accents are really genuinely awful. Right? There's no way of sugarcoating it. Yeah, we should see what the second season is going to be. Sort by. So I remember the second season being better than their first season. Results. Hang on. So yeah, we're at the Storm Warning, right? Then we had a bunch of other random releases until it came back. Okay, Invaders of Mars, that's fucking excellent. That's Paul McGann stumbling into what's the name? The War of the Worlds, the not H.G. Wells, Orson Welles' production of War of the Worlds. During an alien invasion set during it. Chinese at Midnight, fucking awesome. One of the best Christmas stories around. Really creepy, really scary. Rob Shearman knocking out the park. Seasons of Fear by, what's his name? Excellent writer. Douchebag of a human being. It's not Paul Cornell. Is it Paul Cornell? Hang on, let's have a look. Paul Cornell, right. Again, excellent. Oh man, do I lose it? Excellent story. Right, and the price for this is really right, I have to tell you. Embrace of Darkness, not a bad sci-fi story, but not the best. Time of the Daleks, again, a great Dalek story, really creepy, right? Really genuinely creepy. You got a very modern Evil of Daleks feel to it. And then Neverland, which is like a season finale. It ends on a cliffhanger. Sadly, the cliffhanger isn't really resolved. But, okay, so you see Big Finish releases, they would release a different Doctor every month. However, they actually got into a routine a little bit after this of doing like 3 releases. Yeah, after this, they started doing 3 releases in a row. So you had you had the Omega, Davros, and Master one. Then you had the next season of... it was a 4-part season of the 8th Doctor. Not great, right? Not great. But at some point, I think relatively soon, right, they started releasing little arcs of 3 stories, right? And where is it? Where did they start doing that? I thought it was way before this. No. Maybe it's over here. It was getting close to this. I remember. But here's the thing: all these stories, again, this is just great content. They could really just be gathered together really easily, to make one narrative, right? A lot of these things are easily grouped together in like seasons. Key to Time. But yeah. I remember Patient Zero was like wrapping up a story arc. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is what they started doing. Patient Zero, Paper Cuts, and Blue Forgotten Planet. A really strong three stories arc, right? And I think there's 3 more before it with Charlotte Pollard, right? Anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's the way of selling this stuff. You got to put it into, you got to package it so it's not like a wall of content, right? Which they do kind of stupidly. Anyway, fine. That was a bit of a cul-de-sac. Doctor Who spin-off. and the uncomfortable truth in the numbers. So I thought the numbers weren't bad. So I'm interested to know what their spin is on this. Right. So previously he did a deep dive on the Race of Doctor Who season 15. Now the final consolidated figures are out for the spin-off. The War Between Land and Sea are available. I thought we were taking a close look to see how the show performed, and there are some interesting things to know. I think it did better than Doctor Who, essentially. Okay, one of the most striking things about the War Between Land and Sea is how lightly connected to Doctor Who. Yeah, I bet they cut out most of it. Doctor Who was not mentioned in the trailers. The Whoniverse idea was mostly absent from the broadcast. That might be a Disney thing, right? You don't know. And the broader franchise language was heavily emphasized when Rusty Davis was scaled back. Okay. This feels like consensus rather than an oversight. The suggestion, it suggests an awareness that the Doctor Who brand has not currently been carrying the same universal pull with casual viewers. Yes, well, we're going to talk about that in a second. Against the backdrop of viewing figures becoming especially revealing. Looking at the overnight viewing, for Doctor Who's comparison's sake, season 14 averaged a low to mid 2 millions, typically landing between 2 and 2.6 million. Man, it's low. It just is, isn't it? Season 15 saw a clear decline, 1.8 to 1.9. Okay, that's pretty bad, right? That is pretty darn bad. I can't argue. There's no way you can really spin that. The War Between the Land and Sea, meanwhile, sits above season 15 on this measure, 2.9, and the average 2.2, 2.3 million across its run. For a spin-off that's a notably healthy performance that CSC audience are willing to sample in decent numbers, and they were, right? They were, and again, it was because they didn't mention Doctor Who. Overnights only go so far, so 7-day consolidated got up to about 3.5, 3.7, whereas season 15 got over more, 2.9 to 3, right? So the 4+, which I think shows you which is when you're looking at different devices. Average season 14 average between 3.9 to 4 million when it got to the 4+, 15 3.2 to 3.3. War Between Land and Sea 3.7, 3.8, right, peaking at about 4.3 million for its opening episode. But yeah, you can see the damage that's been done to the brand, right? This means the spin-off consistently outperformed Doctor Who season 15 on average and sat much closer to season 14. The spin-off, yes, because maybe Ncuti Gatwa wasn't plastered all over it, twerking to his heart's fucking content, right? Does Kardashian do a Delgado Master? Does Culture do a Delgado Master? He does a very good one. His Alien Master is also good. His Alien Master is excellent, which they could use AIP to Capaldi. I bet they wish they could, right? Cheaper than John Culture. Where are we up to? The viewers for who felt about the current direction of the show, who had quietly drifted away during season 14, may have lowered the barrier to entry. They could engage without feeling like they were recommitting to a Doctor Who itself. And again, no, look, the difference was Ncuti Gatwa was nowhere to be seen, and he's repellent, right? He's anti-box office Viagra. He is not good news. I'm sorry, mate. Oh, what's that? Offline and then come back. Also raise a serious question about the current health of the flagship brand. No, it doesn't. We know the answer to this question. All right, it's in the shitter. All right, it's in the shitter because we've had 7 years of shit Doctor Who. 7 years of Doctor Who that wasn't Doctor Who, just woke shit. Right, and getting woker and woker and woker and like shitter and shitter and shitter. Right, it hasn't been a good 7 years, right? They suggest that, at least for now, the wider Whoniverse is connecting with audience more effectively than the show itself. Because there's no Ncuti Gatwa. Whether this is a temporary blip or a sign or something more structural is the question. No, it's the structural problem. Nobody liked queer Doctor Who. I mean, I just don't know. Like, how is this hard to work out? Like, nobody liked queer Doctor Who. It's this. I mean, like, they're acting like, well, I don't understand. Yeah, it's weird. You put Ncuti Gatwa in, and suddenly everybody goes bye-bye. Well, that's weird. I wonder if it's connected. Yes, it's fucking connected, you fuckwits. Oh, fucking hell. I wish there was somebody really smart somewhere who can just explain what's going on, right? Who can just make life understandable. Of course there is. Peter Capaldi, one of the greatest Doctor Who's of all time. Peter McGowan argues Skull has caused issues with Doctor Who. It was never like this when I loved it. There's too many middle management. There is too much mid-management, and that's where the budget goes mostly, and it's just bloated, right? It's subject to like corporate analysis, and so it's just bloated shit now. I was to tell you. So what's he got to say? It became this sort of very important thing. I think in I think less in a cultural way, and more in an economic way. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, that's what happened. Along with David Tennant, Peter Capaldi is one of the Doctor Who stars best known for being a fan of the shows long before he played the title character. Over the years, Capaldi has reflected on both starring in the show and having a prior personal connection with it. Now speaking with a Half a Picture podcast, the actor has revealed what he thinks of the issues of the show has developed over the years. Well, again, it went woke. It's like, again, people are like, how did this happen? What is this woke of which you speak? It went woke. How hard is that to understand? It went woke. Right? Over this quote is reflected on a person now speaking of blah, blah, blah. The show became very, very big, he said, and it was never like the show when I loved it. It became a different thing. I think the responsibility of playing the part became more, there were more of them, too many. Right? That's why I think, look, to bring back Doctor Who, you have to fix the brand and fix the law, right? And I think the two go hand in hand together. That again, I think you just got to clear the decks, do a somewhat of a reboot, have him be the Doctor, right, and have him be the first Doctor. Right, and start from scratch. I really do. Totally connect it to the old series, but like get rid of all the jokes, and that's basically what you need to do. And he's right. The show became very, very big. It was never like it when I loved it. So it became the trouble is, we thought Russell T Davies was the right person to protect Doctor Who in this massive corporate environment, right? But he just says, "Oh, let's make it queer." Oh God, it's so annoying how stupid it was. There are more things you had to do rather than just, I think in the old days, if you were John Pertwee or Tom Baker or something, you'll spend most of your year making it and then a bit of your year promoting it. But it wasn't this in-your-face thing that it suddenly was really important to the BBC. On paper, but they just wouldn't, do it right. Or suddenly really important to a brand to be maintained, and that's when it fell apart. It was just a show that some kids really loved and other kids didn't care about, but wanted to watch the football. Or you grew out of it, it became a sort of important thing. I think less than cultural and more an economic way. Yes, sadly, yes. But it also says he thinks it's a little bit of victim of his own success, noting that the show that I love was a tiny thing, a small thing that survived. It just survived, and then it didn't. But nobody knew that it was worming its way into culture in such a deep way. He continued. I mean, that's why he was fired, essentially, right? Because culture was they wanted a female Doctor Who, and I think that's what I have an affinity with. Just go back to making Doctor Who. That's really it. Go back to making Doctor Who. Everyone talks about the ratings. I was in a position to know how much money the show generated and the number. You want to that's something you want to look at, and that's why Doctor Who gets made. Yeah, that's why it's going to continue to get made, right? Is there any other thing on? Let's have a quick look at the Radio Times. Oh, Carol Ann Ford, Doctor Who icon, astonished to receive a huge honour at the age of 90. Well, you deserve it, mate. Lewis Griffin, why strange conformity conspiracy should be Game changer for TV. Oh God, leave me alone with Stranger Things. I've so little interest in it. Right, so little interest. Caroline Ford, what you saying? Doctor Who legend Caroline Ford makes a plea for the third of the missing classic story. Let's have it back. I mean, I think it's coming. I do. I'd like all these people are dying now. What story is she asking for? The classic Italian merchant explorer in the 7th episode was first broadcast in 1964. Was it has reflected Marco Polo has issued a plea for its return. I would love Marco Polo to return, man, because that's one I think is very hard to animate. Marco Polo, such a beautiful one, so beautiful, such a loss. Well, hopefully it's not lost forever. I'm sure it's in the hands of some film collectors. Please, is there somebody out there who's got Marco Polo? Return it because of Starfleet. It really is a wonderful piece of British culture. It's so well. Marco Polo and the Crusades are two of my favorite Hartnell stories. Right, Crusades is particularly good. Right, and that's why the Big Finish missing. This is going to take me forever to open up the website again. Big Finish. Oh no! Thank God. Where's the missing stories? Yeah, not the. Is it the lost stories or the missing stories? I think the lost stories, isn't it? Yeah. Oldest first. The first box. Is it the first Doctor box set? Farewell, Great Macedon. Right. The fragile yellow arc of fragrance. The fragile yellow arc of fragrance. It's a really weird and interesting story. Made from before Doctor Who, but the Farewell Great Master, fucking awesome, right? Definitely in that same thing. I think that's one of the first things John Dorney worked on, right? Nigel Robinson. I'm wrong. Morris Farrell. This is really great stuff, right? Genuinely great stuff. Anyway, so she's asking for a phone. It really is lovely. They say there's missing episodes. We know. And then talking about William Hartnell. Well, good for them. So yeah. But Peter Capaldi just does kind of nail it, right? What's wrong with Doctor Who? And again, I think this is underscored here. Doctor Who streaming rights to the modern era, the real Holy Grail? Well, not really. Jodie Whittaker kills it. I'm sorry. The 2005 Who revival is the reason this series is a global success. Agreed. It's a global success because it was built on a very good series that was a global success also, right? And it was done with care and reverence to the brand. And you notice when the care and reverence went out the door, that's when the brand went south, right? With the ending speculation over future Doctor Who, it's where it's going to end up and who's going to co-finance it. There's often overlooked and endless speculation. The streaming rights to the library or the modern revival of the series. I guess that is kind of valuable. Ross David brought the series back in 2005 and gave it a modern, updated approach, which launched into global success it hadn't achieved before. That's true. I think it was it was when Matt Smith hit Netflix when it became huge, right? Because Matt Smith was just the incredible quality of Matt Smith and Netflix reach. It became that's why it became massive for the 50th, right? The run that began with Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Guy, Jodie Whittaker. Fuck the Jodie Whittaker stuff. You don't need that. It's gone. They get rid of it. It's fine. Before the deal with Disney is the reason why it's so sought after now. The library might be the key to the international stream again to go produce the next future episodes. I honestly, Amazon's a good place for it, but I'm like, their app is shit. That's really the bottom line. Is their services run like shit. Stephen Mama says Doctor Who. Everybody talks about the ratings as if they matter. I was in a position to know how much they've generated, and that's what we want to look at. Okay. Of course, the ratings matter. They just don't. I mean, I think the ratings show an indication of where the show is. It's just not how many people watch it in the UK anymore. It's much more about how much money the series generates from across the world. If it was good, it will generate a lot more. That's the thing. That's how it works with TV, football TV series in any company. It's been reported that Doctor Who earns over 100 million pounds a year from merchandise sales, licensing alone. It sounds reasonable. The series also generates £500 million for the Welsh and UK economies every year through jobs it creates. BBC made most of the money of Doctor Who. Most recently from Disney deal. No, not really. Disney. Oh, come back here. Where you go? Where Disney was just contributing to the production budget. They were licensing worldwide streaming rights just for that series. It's the weirdest thing. Which meant compensating the BBC for the money they would have made by licensing streaming rights to individual companies. I guess 100 million. Exact figure has not been disclosed. Okay, this is indeed done. Thank God. Now that Disney deal was over, BBC has to find another co-financing partner for Doctor Who, as it does for every drama. Yeah, but Doctor Who fucked itself in the arse. Yeah, sadly, yes. If every drama refuses because the license fee can no longer cover the full cost of the series anymore. There have been, has been said that major streamers are also interested in the fuller package, namely the library of the modern series, the classic series that's run from 1963 to 1989. I'll be up for that. If has already been licensed to many streamers, but the popularity of the modern series has created a current young fandom which every broadcaster and streamer wants to attract. Ever since HBO American streaming rights to the modern on laps in 2012, no major streamer currently offers that run of shows. Even the BBC rests Doctor Who for the next two to 3 years. They can still make money from merchandising and licensing. Well, again, you'll make a lot more if little boys like it, right? And I hate to be the one that it is little boys liking it, right? That's what you want, right? It's not toxic. I don't tell you. I don't tell you. Kevin Go and Janeway spin-off becoming a reality. Oh, fuck off. I hope not. I really hope not. What are we up to? Thinking about doing another, talking about the Starfleet crossover again. I don't think I can. Is Rusty Davis? Oh, God, I can't. Man, that would be... Oh, fuck me. I can't. No, this is doing my head in. Well, have a quick look at the headlines, but I'm wrapping up early. I am Cream Cracker. Ben Affleck hasn't forgot his Batman, just like Kevin Smith. Scarlett Johansson might be Batman's real Two-Face. Oh, fuck off. I really hope not. I don't like the Batman. That Mrs. Dent, Gilda Dent, could have a larger role than Harvey Dent in the sequel. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ben Affleck's Batman. Blackberry gets another season, but man, when's it going to come out? Like 2028? Do they have a timeline on it? In Netflix, he says the Black Mirror will return. Hopefully, it'll be more Black Mirror than ever. Okay. Man, that was a depressing one with Rashida Jones. I find most things with Rashida Jones end up being depressing. GTA, nothing here interests me. Godzilla -2. The first one was fantastic. Godzilla -0. The first one was absolutely fantastic. It really was. Blade is finally cancelled. It's over, right? Zack Snyder. Oh God, they're please plug in that universe. Jedi Starfighter. Starfighter has Jedi and lightsaber duels. Well, good. That's all I can say. Vindicated, the future is ours. Okay. Don't fuck it up. Philip Boyce, Annie Kirkus on the new concerning DDoS for the hunt for the guy. I can't. Everything's so negative. I can't. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm wrapping up early. It's Sunday. I want to go to bed. Since I mentioned here, it's only in hindsight that we appreciate something was sometimes JNT was awful. Was a wonderful producer. Wish you guys JNT would have been more producer now. The producer nowadays would be fantastic, right? He would be fantastic. They want to make this show for a streaming service, not streaming service telling them that, how to make it. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Bye, everybody. I'm going to head off in the sunset. Oh, I forgot this article I didn't read. Fine. We'll get to it on Tuesday. Okay, with that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again and say good night, good luck, and may your